an antidote to a waking in a state of anxiety and apprehension. I have many patients who wake up literally in a state of anxiety and panic from the moment they open their eyes. They open their eyes and say, "Oh, I'm late. What time is it? Are the kids up? Why don't they ever get ready? What are they going to do to me today? What kind of problems are they going to give me? What's the traffic going to be like? What's going to happen when I get to work? How many emails am I going to have to respond to? Why doesn't anyone help me with this? How many voicemails do I have to respond to? What are the clients going to say? Who's going to call in sick?" And you can wake up like that in a state of anxiety, and that's one way to live. Another way that I'd suggest, a wonderful idea that was put forth by one of my mentors, Zig Ziglar, when he said that logic will not fix an emotion, but action will. Logic will not fix or change an emotion, but action will. Instead of waking up like that, wake up, sit up in bed, as Zig Ziglar suggested, clap your hands, take a deep breath, make a ridiculous grin on your face, and say it's a great day to be an American. It's a great day to be alive, or whatever else you decide. And if you happen to be lucky or blessed to have someone laying next to you that you really cares about you, have them do the same thing. And it will be ridiculous for both of you. It'll actually be exponentially more ridiculous when you both look at each other doing the same thing. And it is ridiculous and it is silly. And so is waking up in the morning in a state of anxiety before anything has happened. So try this instead, because the physical action and the words and the smile and the deep breaths and the clapping, especially when you're watching someone and they're watching you and they laugh and you're going to laugh and you laugh and they're going to laugh, that will change how you feel. I guarantee you it will. Putting a big smile on your face changes how you feel. Putting a nasty scowl on your face also changes how you feel. Breathing one way, breathing another way changes how you feel. Try this instead. Another suggestion recommended by Dr. Maxwell Maltz and picked up later by the famous Tony Robbins in his Awaken the Giant Within is to just have a different series of questions that you ask yourself in the morning when you wake up. You can say, what's going to happen today? Why does it always happen like this? Why don't the kids listen? You could do that. You ask those questions and you're going to get horrible answers, because you ask a bad question, you're going to get a bad answer. E. Cummings said, always the beautiful answer who asks a more beautiful question. So ask a better question, get a better answer. So Tony Robbins suggests waking up and saying, what am I grateful for? And then answer that question. Well, I'm grateful for my family. Grateful I get to live in America. Grateful I have a job. I'm grateful I have my health. And then all of a sudden, you start focusing on these things, and all of a sudden, things that you hadn't even thought about will come to your mind once you get started. And then ask yourself, what am I excited about? How does that make me feel? Well, I'm excited about this. I'm excited about that. Who do I love? Who loves me? What am I committed to? Who's committed to me? Who am I committed to? How does that make me feel? Start listing answers to these questions and ask yourself more empowering questions, and listing more empowering answers. It will absolutely take your focus over the negative, take your focus away from the negative emotion that you're trying to get rid of, as opposed to saying, I'm not going to have a panic attack. I'm not going to be anxious. I'm not going to let this happen to me again. And that actually will just intensify the emotion. So by not ignoring the emotion, but by focusing on different emotions that you want to cultivate, by asking yourself better questions and getting more empowering answers, following them up with more questions, getting more empowering answers, the emotion that you're trying to get rid of, in this case the anxiety, will start to fizzle out because it's not being given any attention, as opposed to denying it, in which case it will just become more intense. Focus on different questions relating to different emotions that you want to cultivate, and that will change your emotion. In addition to sitting up and clapping hands and doing something ridiculous. As I said, it's ridiculous to clap your hands and make a big smile and say something silly, or to say something out loud and look a little bit strange. But so is living a life of panic and anxiety. That's even more ridiculous. So try these techniques, and I think it'll help. Thank you for watching.